How about that band? Something, huh? All right. That's good stuff. I tell you what, I would much rather be up here playing guitar in a band than doing what I'm doing right now. There's only one real thing stopping me from doing that. You might think that it's, my lack of musical ability, and there is that, but that's not the reason I'm not up here playing guitar. And it might be my lack of dedication, the hours and hours of practice required to play guitar. But that's not what it is. It's all of my favorite guitarists have this strange thing that happens to them when they're playing. They get this really twisted look on their face. And I remember when I was a kid, my folks told me that if I made faces like that, it would freeze. And I got enough to deal with. I don't need to take unnecessary risks. So, let's see. You all came to laugh tonight? I'm hoping that works out for you. Let's see. What's going on? I'm hoping that we have a good time here. This is my debut. It's kind of a new thing for me, but this is a really safe place to do this, at church. I mean, people here are very encouraging at the church. If I tank tonight, and there's a very real possibility that that could happen, if I tank tonight, the people at the church tomorrow, they're going to pat me on the back and tell me what a good job I did. They're going to say something encouraging about the whole thing. They'll even if they have to say something positive, that joke that you told, that one joke that you told about your face freezing, I really like that. They'll tell me that. Nothing negative. That's great. But sometimes you need the unvarnished truth. Am I right? Sometimes you need somebody to tell you when you were being a complete goober. So my sisters are here. My daughters are here. Because, nobody like blood can tell you what a dork you really are. Am I right? All right. All right. So, for example, I'm at this family gathering, this reunion type thing. We got all my families there, and my cousin walks in. She's got her son, and her son looks exactly like Haley Joel Osment. Do you remember Haley Joel Osment, the movie The Sixth Sense? What was the line from the movie that everybody repeated over and over again? That's right. I see dead people. I was so tired of hearing that because for a year after that movie, every time you turn around, everybody wanted to be witty and clever. I see dead people. So we're at this get-together, and my cousin walks in, and she's got her son. I was like, hey, there's little Haley Joel. I see dead people. Because I'm witty and clever like that. And my brother's like, hey, stupid. So do we. And I looked over, and of course, there's the casket. Right. Yeah. Did you ever put your foot in your mouth? I mean, did you ever realize you just stepped in a big steaming pile of poo? Really. It's very important that you do those two things in the right order. Some of you are quicker than others. That's great. So what's going on in my life? Some new things in my life. I've got a new roommate. Everybody turn around and say hello to Kingsley back there on the camera. You're all on cameras. That's good. We got your faces. Okay. Kingsley is from Sri Lanka, and he's going to be interning with us for the next year. And I've been living on my own, and so now I have this roommate, and it's really neat because when I used to have company would come over, I have people come over, and it's just me. So when there's like dirty dishes in the sink or strange odors coming around, they can only point the finger at me. But now I have plausible deniability, so I can always point the finger at Kingsley. But Kingsley's rapidly becoming a good friend of mine. We're getting along really well, but we were off to a kind of a rocky start. His English, he ain't speaking English as good as me right yet. And so we're having some language barriers, some cultural differences that we have to overcome. For instance, I figure, it's been a year, I've been on my own for over a year, and I should get some cleaning supplies if somebody's going to be moving in there. And so we go to Walmart, and we're walking through Walmart, and I'm carrying the basket, and Kingsley wants to carry the basket. But he doesn't ask me if he can carry the basket. He asks me, do you want to carry me? Now, I know now what he meant. Hindsight being 20/20 and all. But at the time, he spoke that very clearly. Do you want to carry me? Now, I'm in this cultural quandary at this point. Is this a bonding thing that they do in Sri Lanka? Do I risk offending him? Or do I lay the law down and let him know we don't roll that way here? So I picked him up, put him over my shoulder, Thankfully, he's not a big fella because these guns aren't what they used to be, thanks to my recent bout with laziness. And so he very quickly let me know that, no, that's not what he wanted, and I put him down. I thought he was mad at me. We got out to the car, and we're driving back to the apartment, and he starts with this, what I'm thinking is this strange dialect. I mean, I don't speak Sri Lankan. I don't know. And you hear this, I'm like, pops and clicks. I'm like, what kind of dialect is that? He's like, you do not know beatbox? So, other than that, we've been getting along really well.